Hey there, welcome back to another video. Today I want to compare the 2024 Chevy Colorado LT to the all-new 2024 Ford Ranger XLT in terms of their feature, options, packaging, and pricing. Now, as we know, these are two very popular mid-size trucks in a new generation. The Colorado was all new for the 2023 model year, where the Ranger is all new for this model year. And overall, this is a very interesting comparison to make in terms of what each truck has to offer. But actually, the LT versus the XLT fully loaded is actually much closer in price than you think, as well as its feature options and amenities. So buckle up. There's a lot of helpful information in here in this video. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. So as usual, I want to put this disclaimer out there in that I created this list of similarities and differences using the order guide for each respective truck. So if you believe anything is incorrect or just need additional clarification, go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section. I will do my best to answer them. And of course, I highly recommend you check out the build and price tool for each respective truck on each respective manufacturer's website, as they are live and you can configure each of these as well. So make sure you do that for additional clarification as well as the exact pricing information. So first up, I want to start with the standard equipment that you're getting on both of these two trucks in the Colorado LT and the Ranger XLT. Then we'll move into each individual truck, see what you're getting here in the Ranger XLT as standard over that of the Colorado and vice versa. Then move into the optional equipment that one or both of these two trucks have in some of their optional equipment groups. And then finally go ahead and wrap up this video with pricing. So starting out with some of the standard equipment across both of these two trucks, you're gonna get things like front pedestrian and bicyclist braking, lane keeping assist, high beam assist, single zone manual climate control, wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, a digital gauge cluster, 10-inch in size in the Colorado, 8-inch in size in the Ranger, a 6-speaker audio system, 17-inch alloy wheels, Sirius XM, manual driver's seat, 6-way in the Colorado, 8-way with 2-way lumbar in the Ranger, a wrapped steering wheel, recovery hooks only found on the 4-wheel drive version of the Colorado LT, remote locking tailgate, Wi-Fi hotspot, as well as a single speed transfer case. So those are going to be standard no matter if you get the Colorado LT or the Ranger XLT as standard. Now moving into the Colorado LT standard equipment that you're getting over that of the Ranger, there's actually just two options that I was able to find. And those are rear AC vents, which are actually not available in the Ranger, as well as keyless proximity open with push button start as standard. That is actually not available in the Ranger XLT. You have to step up to the Ranger Lariat for that. So that is a very odd thing that I think Ford chose to package the Ranger XLT like that. But that is actually standard equipment on the Colorado LT and appears not to be available on the XLT of the Ranger, where you do have to get the Lariat. So now moving into the Ranger XLT standard equipment over that of the Colorado LT, this list is quite lengthy. So looking at the Ranger XLT standard equipment, you're going to get cruise control, tilt telescopic steering column, LED fog lights, manual sliding rear window with defroster, and a dampened tailgate. Those are all actually found in Convenience Package 1 as an optional equipment group on the Colorado LT. Continuing on, you get auto-dimming interior rearview mirror, LED bed lighting, remote start, as well as a full-size spare tire. Those are all found in Convenience Package 2 on the Colorado. And then continuing on, you get blind spot with rear cross traffic alert, as well as reverse parking sensors as part of the safety package in the Colorado. And then continuing on even further, wireless charging pad, 120 volt power outlet, LED tail lamps, LED reflector headlights, as well as a rear seat armrest and power folding mirrors. Most of those are found in Convenience Package 3 on the Colorado, where the last one, power folding mirrors, is actually not available at all on any Colorado. So as you can see, that is quite an impressive list of standard equipment for the Ranger XLT when compared to the Colorado LT. So next up, taking a look at the optional equipment on each of these two trucks. You have things like adaptive cruise control and HD surround view camera system as part of the technology package on each respective truck. You got dual zone automatic climate control, heated front seats, locking differential, trailering package, power driver's seat with lumbar adjustment, as well as a spray-in or drop-in bed liner. And again, I've labeled each option and their respective optional equipment for each truck. Now moving on, the Ranger optional equipment that is not available on the Colorado LT, you have power sliding rear window, power passenger seat with lumbar, front parking sensors, enhanced parking assist, as well as a pro trailer backup assist. Once again, all those options are labeled in their package. Now moving on to the optional equipment in the Colorado LT that is not available in the Ranger XLT, you get Stowflex tailgate, outside heated mirrors, heated steering wheel, EvoTech seating surfaces, sunroof, as well as a Bose premium audio system. So Those are all going to be optional on the Colorado LT, where they're not available at all on the Ranger XLT. So I think that's pretty much going to wrap up all of the option and standard equipment differences between the two. Now let's go ahead and get in the pricing information, and this is where it gets quite interesting. So looking at a Ranger XLT four-wheel drive, this starts at $40,690, including destination. And looking at a Colorado four-wheel drive with the Turbo Max engine option, just to keep it equal to that of the Ranger, this starts at $36,795, which is a difference of nearly $4,000 at the standard starting MSRP of each of these two trucks. Once again, four-wheel drive configurations. Now, what's interesting is when you start looking at the optional packages and start loading these trucks up to their fully equipped form factor. So starting out with an XLT FX4 four-wheel drive, fully loaded with all these option groups checked, none of the additional accessories because those get, nitpicky and stuff like that, but just all of the main option groups for the Ranger. You're gonna come in at $46,230, including destination. And looking at a fully loaded convenience package 3 and all of the trailering packages, safety, technology, stuff like that in the Colorado LT, you're gonna come in at $46,310. So there is literally about an $80 difference between the MSRPs of each of these two trucks in their fully loaded form factors, again, not considering any of the additional smaller accessories because those get quite specific. But if you load each of these two trucks up, you're gonna come in at nearly identical MSRPs, which is just crazy to me that they come in so close. That is really a negligible difference. So at that point, you can basically choose either a Ranger or a Colorado LT fully equipped for nearly identical MSRPs. So essentially, when you're looking at each of these two trucks in their fully loaded form factors, it's gonna come down to what you value in a truck, which styling you like better, which one you like how it drives better, all of those types of things versus some of their features and options. But when you do consider the features and options difference between the two, there are going to be some differences, which I'll note here. So a fully loaded Ranger XLT over that of the Colorado LT, meaning these are found only on the Ranger XLT, not on the Colorado. You're going to get power folding side mirrors, power sliding rear window, power passenger seat with lumbar, front parking sensors, enhanced parking assist, as well as the Pro Trailer Backup Assist. Now, vice versa, here on the Colorado LT, you're gonna get all of these features that are not gonna be on the Ranger XLT. You're gonna get a heated steering wheel, Stowflex tailgate, outside heated mirrors, Evotech seating surfaces, rear AC vents, as well as a Bose premium audio system. So as you can see, it's a fairly even trade-off in terms of which features are gonna be found on each of these two fully loaded trucks. Now, some of those features I mentioned are going to be available in their higher trim levels on both of the two. So say, for example, you really want a heated steering wheel on the Ranger. Well, you do have to step up to a Lariat for that versus the XLT. But, in this video, we're only focusing on the XLT versus the Colorado LT. So although these might be available on the Ranger in a higher trim level, or in the Colorado in a higher trim, you cannot get those on each of these two respective trims. So for identical MSRPs, there are going to be a small trade-off in terms of, features and options that you're missing on either of these two trucks. But it is very, very interesting to see how close the actual sticker price of them is when you do fully load them up. So I think with all that information, that is going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it and or found something helpful. If you did, make sure to hit that like button below. It greatly helps out the channel, these videos. Subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to stay tuned for coverage of the 2024 Chicago Auto Show later next week, where the Ford Ranger is likely to be in attendance, and I can make some more content and actually see that truck in person for the very first time. Now, like I mentioned earlier in this video, it's really going to come down to other factors outside of the features and options, because these are still very, very well equipped, regardless of which truck you do for their mid $40,000 price point. But you have to consider things like how it drives, the power output, towing capability, payload capability, interior volume in terms of passenger and cargo volume, because at the end of the day, one of these two trucks might have, just a very slightly different, roominess inside the cabin or available legroom for the rear seat occupants if you do need the rear seat used often. So it's going to come down to things like that, I think, that people will consider, maybe even brand loyalty even, rather than all of the features that you're missing on one or the other. But I could be wrong. You guys will have to let me know down in the comment section below. Are any of these features a deal breaker for you if you're looking at one of these two, either in a standard form factor, with some optional equipment, or in their very fully loaded form? Is like a heated steering wheel, for example, a deal breaker? And would you rather opt for the Colorado LT over the Ranger solely for that fact? So definitely interested to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. As always, I appreciate the continued support here on the channel. If you want to support us even further, consider becoming a channel member or using the Amazon affiliate link down in the description below, where you do get a small referral bonus at no additional cost to you. But with all that being said, I appreciate you guys just watching these videos and hope to see you guys in the next one.